Hey everybody, welcome to the office. I'm Rob Booker. We're going to talk about business again today. Yesterday in our presentation for brand new lifetime members, we discussed the fact that trading can be thought of and considered a business. And now we're going to embark on a series of videos about how you can structure your trading as a business as opposed to a hobby, or as opposed to this thing where all you're thinking about is the next win, or is it a winner, is it a loser? Sean Campbell and Matt Lococo and I have had a long 4, 5, 6 year discussion about the fact that most people consider trading to be a binary exercise, a win or a loss. I got a win or I got a loss. And what trading as a business or for a living is something much deeper than that and much more important than just did you win or did you lose. So in today's presentation, what we're going to do is we're going to jump on here up at the big old computer and we're going to talk about trading as a business. Now the template, the guidebook for considering this is the E-Myth Revisited. You don't need to buy the book. You can just look for a summary online at 4minutebooks.com. It's perfect. I love this guy's website, by the way. And 4minutebooks.com, the E-Myth Revisited summary. And we started talking yesterday about the fact that if your business depends on you, you don't own a business, you have a job. And it's the worst job in the world because you're working for a lunatic. In other words, if your trading depends on you and it's not based on systems, not trading systems only, but routines and processes that can be documented, if it's not based on that, then you are the centerpiece of it, and as soon as you are unavailable, you stop making money. And if you just want a job, there are better ways to make money. You can just go sell insurance and be on the phone all day, and you can have money for life after the first 6 years or whatever. So, I mean, if that's what you want, if you want to be in front of a computer, there are better ways to make money than trading. However, if you don't want to be in front of the computer and you want something to run automatically, there are very few ways to do it better. Okay, having great technical skills doesn't make you a good business person. Just because you can know a lot about indicators doesn't make you a trader who can trade for a living. Lesson 2, think of your business as a nationwide franchise with one location. We talked yesterday about the fact that you should start considering yourself as a hedge fund, even though you're not. You have accounting and books and processes and routines and accountability and daily profit, weekly profit, monthly profit. And you're building something bigger, but you put the processes in place right now. And then you build a system of systems or a set of routines that you use to run your business. Okay, so those are the three big considerations, and we're going to get back to those things as we go. But in today's presentation, what I want to talk about is we're going to go through step by step, and we're going to talk about building your trading business so that you are trading for a living, not sort of just say, hey, what's the next entry that we take? I mean, this morning we traded live and we had 2 hours and we had a lot of fun together, and you can watch that recording later and whatever else, but we made money. The trades that we took closed, but that was just a process. Thursday morning, and we had a process and we implemented that process, and for like 45 minutes of every hour that we were on that presentation, nothing was working, but we stayed with our process and those trades closed successfully. I was able to close, you know, it all worked because it's a process. So if you're thinking about building a business as a trader, what we want to talk about are, I'm going to make this green, and I'm going to write slowly so that my whiteboard doesn't get mad at me. Okay, here we go. You need revenue streams. Now, if you are a fast food chicken sandwich restaurant, your revenue stream is, Nate? Chicken sandwiches. And you might actually lose money on the chicken sandwiches. So you're going to have revenue streams. Let's list out all the revenue streams of a chicken sandwich restaurant. Revenue stream number 1, chicken sandwiches. CS, chicken sandwiches. Bok bok. Let's say that this I know this is going to be crazy, but let's say that the revenue for that is 0. What if you are a warehouse shopping center like Costco or Sam's Club? You sell crates and pallets. Crates, right? Crates of stuff. That's a bad word. We don't need to use that. And you might make, as my friend Boris would say, you might make 0 money on the crates of stuff. Now, how are these businesses, how is the chicken sandwich restaurant going to stay in business, Nate?
Selling French fries and drinks.
Selling French fries and drinks. And how's the Costco and Walmart going to stay in business?
Selling DVD players.
Selling memberships. So each one of these has a 0 revenue stream and then a highly profitable stream. Drinks, and the memberships. I knew that was going to happen. It was moments away from happening. Okay, there we go. Drinks produce profit and French fries produce profit. This is common that it costs 1 penny for you to fill up, costs them 1 penny to sell you a Coca-Cola, but they make $1.50 on that. I mean, it's crazy what the profit margins are on that. I remember when I was in high school, my friend worked at Carl's Jr., and they had what was called a bottomless drink, and on his last day at the restaurant, someone asked for a bottomless soda, and he just punched the bottom out of the big cup and just, it was bottomless. And then I used to go through the drive-thru there, and he would just fill up the bag that you put all the food in. He would fill that up with French fries and hand it out to me, and I'd have this enormous bag of French fries. Anyway, that business was losing money on that employee. But we'll get to that concept a little bit later. Memberships. So Costco doesn't make money selling you cold cereal. They make money selling you your yearly membership. Amazon, by the way, one of their biggest profit centers is Amazon Prime. They sell, they have like 40, 50, 60, 70, maybe 100 million Amazon Prime people. They don't make any money selling, well, everything in this office came from Amazon. They don't make any money on those things. They make money because I'm a Prime member, and I have been since the day they released it. So memberships were the revenue stream. Now let me share something with you. I have a system. It may take us a moment to pull it up, but it's all those robots running on my VPS. And those robots may actually, there we go. So my shadow is starting. So these robots are running all the time, constantly, running all the time, churning out very, 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 very small, very, very, very little amounts of profit. Very small. However, every once in a while, I get caught in a bad trade or set of trades, and I can use a Thursday morning process or an end of month process, and I can maximize my profit in those instances. It's like my soft drink revenue or my membership revenue. So this is running all the time, and some people say, well, wow, that's not making very much money over here. $13 a day, $20 a day, $50 a day, and then every once in a while I'm going to catch a really big one, and I'm going to just hammer on it. It's going to be awesome, and that's going to maximize my profit. But this is running all the time, and so instead of thinking, remember, an inexperienced, amateurish, gambler-type trader says, all these need to make a lot of money. This needs to make more money. This needs to make more money. This needs to make more money. Where's the next win? Where's the next win? Blah, blah, blah. And a professional says, this is my chicken sandwich. This stuff is just churning out. This is what gets people to come in the store. This is what gets me to pay attention to the market. And then this gets caught in trades, and then I can step in and use a process to capitalize on a situation and then make a bunch of money. It's just a process. All it is a system. It's a process. In other words, it's a revenue stream. Now, as a trader, you need to decide what your revenue streams are. So just call it rev streams. You need to make a decision about what those are. Most people don't ever think about this. Most traders are like, what's my trading system? Where's the next entry? Oh, sad, that was a loss. Or they don't think about revenue streams. They say, oh, what trade are we in? Oh, why did you close it already? Why aren't we staying in? That's an amateur question. That's fine. We're all amateurs and we're all learning. That's not a revenue stream question. Here's the better way to start the entire conversation. I'll give you my revenue streams. Number one, it's my, let's call it the loss leader, right? It's like the chicken sandwiches or the pallets of dog food or whatever. My loss leader. This is a system in your portfolio that doesn't necessarily make money, but it gets you to pay attention to the charts. And I'll tell you why this is important. So this is your loss leader. What I use for this, it doesn't even produce a loss. It is producing, it's producing hundreds of dollars a day. So it's not even a loss leader. But number one is robots. Now this is what I do. I run the robots on short-term charts, and they're processing and churning through trades 24 hours a day. And it produces some tiny, small amount of profit, but it's always on. It takes all of the pressure off of me. In the same way that your chicken sandwich restaurant, because it sells great chicken sandwiches, you have no pressure. People are going to come to the restaurant for the chicken sandwiches. People are going to come to your big, huge warehouse store for the pallets of dog food. I'm going to go to the charts every day because the robots are running. It takes all the pressure off me. It takes all the pressure off me to generate all of my income from robots. Only some of it comes from robots, and I would even call it maybe the smallest amount potentially, and that's my first revenue stream. Now you can list your own revenue streams, but this could be for you robots or short-term trading, or it could be any system that excites you enough to get you in front of the charts and it produces some trades. The wonderful thing about robots is they're running all the time. You'll just be able to monitor them and check them out, and they'll always be running, and the drive-thru's always open, and they don't depend on you, and it's a system and a process that runs without you, so you have a business. Running automated systems is a business. Running discretionary trading systems that require you to sit in front of the charts all day long is a job. We don't want a job. Number two, this is a term from the old online marketing world called profit maximizer. Loss leader, profit maximizer. So if you have a business, you have robots running in the background generating a small amount of profits or zero, and then you have a profit maximizer. So here's what this is. Profit maximizer 1, for me, are end of week trades. This is a process of looking at the charts on Thursday morning, which is what we just did this morning. You can watch the recording on the old YouTube. We'll pull up those charts in just a moment. Okay, here we are. This is what we did this morning. We've got everything, if I tile these correctly, we have these tiled. These are all 1 hour charts, which we don't want. We don't even want that. We want, there we go. We sold the New Zealand dollar Swiss franc at the top. We sold the Canadian dollar Swiss franc at the top. Some of you sold the dollar Swiss franc at the top and the pound franc at the top. And that was a Thursday morning trade, end of week trade. That's what we do. Okay, so that's, and that produces a little boost. That boosts our profit. It's like the French fries. There's a profit margin on those trades. Now, those can be equities trades. Those could be stocks. It could be whatever. We can do whatever it is together. Like, remember, you're building your own business. I'm describing to you one way to think about it. Now we're going to have profit maximizer number 2, or revenue stream number 3. End of month trades. And that's a big boost. End of month trades are stock and currency trades that come at the end of the month, last 5 days of the month, first 3 days of the next month, and they're a huge boost to profits. Big, big profit boost. And these trades are our soft drinks. Now, and I don't want to be critical of anyone at the beginning, and I don't want to be critical of anyone, so I want to be careful about the way that I phrase this. But a trader who is interested in trading as a get-rich-quick scheme doesn't understand any of what we just talked about. They start with robots and they say, aren't your robots going to make you a millionaire? Or they start with end-of-week trades and they say, how soon can I be a millionaire? How soon can I triple my account? That's like saying, I'm going to make a chicken sandwich restaurant, but all I have right now is one chicken sandwich in my car, because I live in my car with my chicken sandwich. And I've been holding on to this for months, and now the chicken sandwich smells really bad. And that person is like, how soon, they take it to an investor and they go, how soon can this chicken sandwich turn into $1 million? That's what that sounds like to someone like me. Instead of someone saying, I wrote a business plan, and there are chicken sandwiches and soft drinks and French fries on the menu, and they're going to cost this much, and I've identified a location, and I don't know how well it's going to do, but here are some projections. And then an investor goes, I'll give you some money for that. So what you could do at this stage, or anyone could do at this stage, is say, all right, I'm going to pick a loss leader that gets me in front of the charts because it's a system that I really like. I would suggest that it's robots because we can do that together. And I run a honeymoon style Finch robot, which you can learn about in the 30 days of Finch lessons. I send you emails and post notices that I've recorded and uploaded a new one every day. Part 8 goes up today, of just incidentally, of the latest round. And so that doesn't make a ton of money. It potentially is going to make more and more as we go, but it gets me in front of the charts every day. And then I take end of week trades that generally layer on top of those robot trades that boost my profit. And this is a process. This process of end of week trades is from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Thursday mornings. So it's a set time. And it's a process. I look at the same charts, the same time frames, in the same way. And once again this morning, Nate, it looked like it was going to go bad, and then everything turned out fine at the end. This happens every single week. I'm like, well, this isn't working anymore, and then of course it is. And then at the end of the month, it's like a 7 to 8 day window. And during that 7 to 8 day window, I'm looking at the hourly and 4-hour charts. I'm looking for big reversals. We'll talk about those together. It's not the moment to teach the whole system. It's just that's a process with very defined rules. I could hand those rules off to someone else if I had to go somewhere and they could manage those trades. I could even program a way for those trades to be entered automatically. It's a process. I can hire employees to run this business. I could hire people to implement these systems, and I could teach them, like I'm doing with you. I might even hire some of you to trade one day other people's money with these systems, theoretically. Because I could teach you these systems, you could become good at them, and they're implementable. They're stuff that we could all implement. It's better to start your own business. And that's a revenue stream. This is a completely misunderstood, overlooked, ignored process that no one thinks about. I just want to let you take a look at this. You need to fill out 1 or 2 revenue streams that you plan on for your trading. And then each one of those revenue streams has a process. For the robots, I run a version of the Finch robot on the 1-minute charts. And I check it every morning when I wake up, and then every evening. That's my process. I close all the trades when my account has gained something, shut them all down, and then start over again. End of week trades. Every Thursday morning from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., I trade. And then end of month trades. Every month I look at the charts at the end of the month. Process. Same charts, same indicators, everything's the same, and it's a process. Okay, here's what most people do. Most people go, oh, wow, there's the Elliott wave. There are the Bollinger Bands. And I'll have people call me up or email me and say, oh man, what do you think about Elliott wave or Bollinger Bands or the Gann charts, or I found this new book, or I learned this new system, and what this is this is like a chicken sandwich restaurant changing its main loss leader menu item every week. This week we're having chicken sandwiches that we're not selling for a profit. And then they get mad and they say, the chicken sandwiches aren't making any money. I'm going to start selling antelope burritos. And then that doesn't make any money. And they go, well, those antelope burritos were terrible. I'm going to sell beef cheek pudding cups or whatever. And that's what people are doing. They're chasing after, and they don't realize that what they're doing is they're swapping out their loss leader over and over and over again. It doesn't matter what you choose for your loss leader, Elliott Wave, Bollinger Bands, robots, whatever. You just take a system that produces a whole bunch of trades and can trade all the time, and you just let it run with the tiniest of trade sizes, and it's almost like you know you're going to sit down at the charts, and you could change that every week. It wouldn't matter as long as all the trade sizes were really small and it didn't matter. But what most people are doing is they're fixated on, why doesn't Elliott Wave work? Or they'll say, oh, that robot doesn't work. Or they'll say, oh, well, Knoxville divergence doesn't work. Or Bollinger Bands don't work. It's a lagging indicator. It's a bunch of people arguing about whether the restaurant should sell chicken sandwiches or gazelle hoof ice cream cones or whatever. Like, that's what it's a stupid argument that doesn't matter. And there's forums dedicated to arguing about whether the chicken sandwich is better than the chicken beak stew. That's a stupid question. It's a stupid argument. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's arguing about which one of these loss leaders that was never going to make anybody rich was the better one. When in reality, you just say, here's what I do. Here's what I do, everybody. I sell honey-dipped fire ants in a little cup. That's it. That's my loss leader. I use Elliott Wave, or I use the robot, or whatever, and I let that run, and it's a small trade size, and it never gets me into trouble, it never causes any problems, but it's running, it's got me in the game, and I'm not going to obsess about it. Remember, people are mostly obsessed. They're like, how do I make Elliott Wave work? How am I going to make that double my money or triple my money? And they're totally lost because they forget that is sort of like the shiny object. It's the name on the sign. Get 12 televisions at Costco for $3.99, or get a 15 cheeseburger value pack for $4.99. They just wanted you to get in the store. Get something in place that gets you in front of the charts. And then have for trading anyway, have a less frequent profit maximizer. These are your French fries and your soft drinks. A less frequent profit maximizer. So have something that's trading frequently enough, like a robot or whatever else that you love, and then have a less frequent profit maximizer. And since you're here and you're a lifetime member, this should be end of week, end of month. Does it take a lot of intelligence, Nate, for someone to sell people soft drinks? No. Do you have to pay that person a lot of money? No. It's easy to do. Does it take a lot of time, effort to do these two systems? No. That's what you want. It's crazy but true that the stuff that's going to make you the most money is going to be the simplest stuff that never changes and is timeless. The reversion to the mean of financial instruments at the end of the week and the end of the month. And we can all trade that together for the next 25 years. You could sell soft drinks at your restaurant for the next 25 years. That's never going to change. It's always going to be high profit. It's always going to work. And we don't need to go searching for other stuff. And then we can fill our lives with all the things that come to someone who built a business that they can walk away from and still goes well. The great thing about this entire system of revenue streams is it requires less time. The robots require 10 to 20 minutes in the morning at the most. And then I don't even really look at them in the evening. The end of week trading requires a 3-hour window of time on Thursday mornings. You don't even need to do that if you don't have Thursday mornings available. The end of month trading requires 15 to 20 minutes a day, the last 8 days of the month. 5 days of the month, 3 days of the next. That's it. That doesn't require a lot of time. So an amateur, I don't want to sound like patronizing, okay? So please, sorry for using these words. An amateur or a gambler or a person hungry to chase after performance that may not be even possible is going to start asking the questions, well, what am I going to do with all that extra time? Shouldn't I be trading? Shouldn't I be trading is the stupidest question in the world. The owner of the chicken sandwich restaurant doesn't say, shouldn't I be making chicken sandwiches? No. You should teach someone. It's obvious in a chicken sandwich restaurant that you should be teaching people to make chicken sandwiches so you can have 25 locations. The CEO of Costco doesn't go, shouldn't I be stocking the shelves with cold cereal? Well, not more than a couple days a month to see what that's like. But no, you shouldn't be in front of the chart all the time. No, that's stupid. That's idiotic. Also, everyone here needs to stop asking how you're going to make. Every single day, I meet someone in this world who lost $10,000 trying to make $1 million. And so they got neither. So they got neither of those things. When they could have easily attempted to make $1 on their way to making $100,000. But because $100,000 isn't as exciting as $1 million, no one does the beginning work to make the dollar in the first place. So because these revenue streams seem modest at first and take a year in some cases to really become great at, people just walk away from them and they go on to the next chicken sandwich. Instead of staying with a set of revenue streams that maybe in your first 4 weeks makes $1 a week, but then you become great at it. You don't franchise a chicken sandwich restaurant until your first location is absolutely spectacular. And you don't make more money as a trader until you've mastered the art of the original menu items, the original revenue streams. I'm Rob Booker. I'm your friend, I'm your coach, I'm your mentor, and I'm glad that you're here. I hope you enjoyed this presentation for members only, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.